We're almost halfway into 2025. And just like that, I just can't believe we're here halfway into the year, mid May, right? And I was just celebrating New Year's Eve 6 months ago, nearly 6 months ago, with my now ex girlfriend. So a lot has changed. A lot has changed, but the one thing that remains the constant theme in my life is health protocols. Because if health is gone, everything else doesn't matter. Your health is your greatest wealth. And the reason why I'm sitting down here and doing the videos inside here is because I live in Las Vegas, Nevada, guys. It's 90 Fahrenheit right now, so there's no way I'm going to be walking at this time of the day. It starts heating up very early in the morning, so there's going to be a lot more sitting down inside my studios recording, and then I get my walks in later in the afternoon when the sun sets. But health by far is the best relationship you can have with yourself, your inner spirit, mentally, physically, emotionally, before you can become something and give back to someone else, whether it's your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your loved ones, your parents, even your dog, because your dog requires you to walk. And sometimes your dog may want to take along a walk, right? So when you really dial into all of these variables that you can very well shift and move and interchange, you think about your nutrition, right? Your relationship with food. Where are you with that? Here's the biggest trick and the hack, and we all know this right now. It's a cheat code. Reduce eating processed foods by at least 60, 70, 80%. Somewhere in that range. Find your sweet spot. And the process of elimination. Because a lot of us have very shitty relationships and attitude towards how we approach food and the mindset that's around nutrition hygiene. I talk about this during my walks, during my fasting windows, that you are one diagnosis away from your life changing forever health diagnosis. I've made a separate video about this. What's compelled me to do this video right now is because I'm just continuing to hear bad news, health related. So and so now has this, so and so now has this, so and so now has this. And the way that person is handling it is disbelief. I completely get it, man. My father had Parkinson's disease. He battled Parkinson's. He got diagnosed with this. And I have a separate playlist. So a great playlist, by the way. Do take a peek into that. But I have a separate playlist on Parkinson's. And folks, he got diagnosed with this early onset at 33. Now, I'm 49 years old. I am humbled and really appreciative of where I am at in my life at this point, because he wasn't here at this point. 49, he was crumbling. I mean, he was not half of the man I recognize, and he passed at 73. It's a very painful story. And I try to drop snippets of this life that I have been exposed to coming from a terminally ill parent household and a really crazy toxic mother too, who I don't have a relationship with. But this is all part of mental health as well, right? And the way you get there in tandem, I believe, is your relationship with yourself. What you consume, what you're exposed to, the choices you make. In the end of the day, if you look at your five senses, right? What we see, right? What we choose to listen to, and what we speak into existence, our thoughts in the brain, the chemistry, whatever. A lot of us are battling anxiety, and I'm one of them. I have battled anxiety all my life. It's a lot better now because I'm doing this. I'm doing a lot of, self-care, self-development, self-improvement protocols. I've dialed into it. You can look at my playlists. And a lot of my videos are walking and talking. And so I know that some of my topics are controversial, and I'm not hiding that. But I know that I'm putting good energy and good vibes out there when I'm walking, because I get a lot of compliments of my consistency, showing in, showing out, showing in, showing out. Show up every day. Next day is a new day. You get to restart, focus every single day. Imagine the compounding effects of this decision, right? A lot of us are simply making horrible food choices, horrible decisions around diet. The fitness gadgets that we tend to buy and overly invest on and get high and sprung on, the new gym memberships or getting a personal trainer. Your transformation shouldn't take more than 3 months, guys. It's that easy. And so now you're telling me that you cannot devote yourself for 3 months straight into becoming the best version of yourself in 90 days, the transformation like that. You went from a caterpillar to a butterfly and spread your wings and fly. That's all it takes, guys. And it's that simple. You know why it's that simple? Is because it's that easy. Is that no, let's simplify this. Let's put this into perspective. How hard is it to walk every day? You've seen enough of my walking videos, and if you haven't, just check them out. Go through my channel. There's so much joy and power in the gift of walking and just using your arms and legs as much as you're able to, and that's in your control, assuming you have no condition that at least I'm unaware of. So I apologize in advance, but I'm just generally speaking, walking is a great gift. You need to walk. Drinking a gallon of water. A lot of people ask me, how do I get in shape, right? What did I do to build all of this? Like, this is no joke, guys. This is over a lifetime. I take no testosterone therapy. I take no growth hormone pills, no kind of injection, nothing like that. I've been doing this lifestyle since age 31, 32. I've been a dancer my entire life. I've done martial arts. I have a background in that, Brazil Capoeira. I play soccer. I've done gymnastics for 2 years, and I still dance. These are testosterone competing fueled sports and activities that keep me really sharp. Most importantly, we'll get to this at some point in a lot more detail, but agility and mobility. As you get older, you start losing your mobility, flexibility, and agility. But we're not even there yet. You're not willing to face yourself because you like the comfort foods. You like to come home from work and just run for the refrigerator and microwave the food, which is not good either, microwave radiation. And then you dash to the couch and put on your favorite show, your TV, sports, 3 hours, gone. And you just got home from work. Or assuming you're working remotely, you just plugged. Remote workers, by the way, are always working. I've been in a remote environment, so I'm always working. But I know when to plug away, plug off, plug out, whatever, and find the time to do it. While working, every hour, if you did 25 push-ups every single day for 8 hours, do you know that compounds? 25 push-ups a day is not hard. 25 push-ups an hour is not hard. If you don't want to go to the gym, try knocking out 25 push-ups every hour and 25 air squats. Times that by 8. You have a number there, don't you? At least 400 or 500 push-ups and 400 or 500 air squats. You've got your heart rate going. You got your lungs going. You got some endurance, cardio. Now you combine that with walking outside after your meals, right? Here's another tip, is that you could easily incorporate intermittent fasting into your life. Is when you wake up, breakfast is not the most important meal of the day. Breakfast is not. Assuming when you sleep, when you're working, what hours in the day you're actually, your shifts can matter. So in some cases, if you're a graveyard shift, then dinner is not the most important meal of the day, and breakfast would be your most important meal of the day. So you can adjust the 24 hours. We all get 24 hours in the day, right? But it's up to us how we shift and move things around, and eating windows is actually a thing. If you skip your breakfast, let's simplify this. You wake up in the morning, you don't have any food. You've already been fasting. Why not treat your body? Let your system rest. Because we're always eating, Americans, America, we're always eating the West. Every commercial is like a fast food commercial, and if you're tempted and temptations, if you're someone that gives into temptations and you haven't developed a system of self-control where a commercial will trigger your hunger pangs, you have work to do. And so I find that incorporating intermittent fasting into my life was a game changer, because I quickly realized I was overeating, how frequently I ate, and how much I ate. And you tend to come to this realization and conclusion that as human beings, we're not designed to be constantly eating. Go back to our ancestors. They were hunting in the forests. There was a lot of activity, right? Which is why they were in great shape. Look at everyone today. We're out of shape. Most of America is out of shape. I am 49. You don't find a lot of 49-year-olds looking the way I do. hands down. And I'm proud to be there, humble, which is why I'm talking about it. I just recently fractured my grade one, maybe grade two ankle sprain. It's still coming together. I'm better 1 week. It's been 1 week in now. And I did a video about how Brazil Capoeira, which is what I've been doing my entire life, martial arts, Taekwondo, Capoeira, how it's given me a new leash and a new life in terms of mobility. And the fact that I was sitting on a pot of gold my entire life, that I'm still doing it. And this is what has set me free, the art of Capoeira, because it enforces me. It's not so much the martial art. It's the fact that I can stretch and I'm really advanced in my stretching, and I can incorporate martial arts and reap the benefits of not so much the fighting, not at all. It's the realization that the mastery of all of this lies in the work, in the process. I've done this for 20, 30 years now. Granted, I don't stretch every single day. I don't need to. But if you're someone that's struggling with keeping your legs straight and even touching the floor while your legs are straight, you got some work to do, right? You got to stretch out your tendons and figure out, walking sometimes exposes weak joints, weak areas, and you keep doing it over time. It'll talk to you. Your body starts talking to you. So you start building that relationship, internal dialogue, but physically things are going to start showing up because your body is going to be like, hold on a second. We're walking a lot more than usual. I haven't walked like this consistently for the last 5 years, and I'm 40 pounds overweight. Maybe I need to lose 20, 30 pounds, and I'm kind of liking this. Let's walk a little bit more every single day. So what happens is you're reinforcing not just the mindset, but the behavior. And so when the mindset and the behavior come together and the light bulb goes on, other areas of your life, you start improving that. You see the picture is what I'm trying to paint to you, is that this is how you can get into a better habit and taking your health a lot more seriously. Because, folks, I'm getting more of these phone calls that people are not well. There's a bunch of us in my family. We're going to hit that 50 age, and we've already hit there. Some of us have hit 50, right? I'm 2 months away from it. And at this point, humbly speaking, the biggest flex is not the money and the wealth, your assets. The biggest flex, of course, is the mind, but it's your health. Your health tells me a lot about who you are as a person. I would rather you be vain and talk about your protein shakes, bro, sis, right? Be flexing and celebrating your body and posting pictures. And I would rather you do that versus the latter at this stage, to be honest. Because the long game is we're all trying to look for the magic pill, how to look younger than we actually are. We all try to defy biology, which we can't, right? We always try to showcase our highlight reels and sell to the society and social media and get people's validation. We all kind of secretly do it. Even I do it, right? Subconsciously even, because I get the compliments. And for me, this is just a lifestyle now. I don't think about it until people point it out, like, damn, you look good. And so now I'm doing something about it, just sharing my journey. It's just, you don't get here overnight. It's a lifestyle. It's a 360 lifestyle. And I know I gave you a analogy about a 3-month transformation. The way I position that is, that's all it takes. After 3 months, you can decide if you want to go back to your former self, 40 pounds overweight, or you embrace who you have become, the caterpillar to the butterfly that you are. Now you got your wings, you're flying. Maybe you want to fly for a little bit longer, because it's easy to fall off once you get there. And once you achieve your goal weight and you shed off the extra weight, it doesn't end there, because now you want the black belt in Taekwondo. You want the first degree, you want the second degree. Now you want a 4-pack. You want a 2-pack, 4-pack, 6-pack, 8-pack. That's a little bit of a stretch, but it's all doable. You can get lean as hell. When you get that one phone call or your physical and your doctor calls you, we need to talk, I get really nervous. I got a physical coming up in a couple of weeks. And every year, knock on wood, right? I've just been really, every year I walk out my doctor's office, I am so blessed and thankful because all my readings are fine. They have put me as the elite, one of the elite guys in this age category that's got these numbers, these health readers, your report card, as I like to say. Now, if you remove the age parameters, right? I am in the top 5% of all age categories in terms of what my readings are, including my testosterone. Including my testosterone. I don't take any therapy for nothing. I'm scared to put stuff in my body. There, I'm scared. I think the natural remedies about how I've gone about my approach to life and health has worked. And I still don't know what the formula is. But the more I do this, the more I talk and bounce off ideas and I come across other channels, way fitter than I am. On a good day, I can see my abs. Most days, it's okay, but I don't have a gut. I have a flat stomach, and I'm very happy about that. I'm very happy about that. So my question to you is, this is less about me and more about sharing a journey that you can also easily adopt. Let's summarize what these are. Cut down your processed foods, eliminate it completely, altogether. Make your own food at home. Prioritize protein. Incorporate intermittent fasting into your life. Walk 10,000 steps every single day. Manage your stress. Cut out toxic relationships. Get vitamin D, which would be walking, right? Manage your sugar. Sugar is a big one. If you can get it from fruits, get it from fruits. At some point, we can talk about fructose as well and what that does to you. The impact of fructose, right? But fruits are good for you, generally speaking. It's got a lot of sugar, but I would rather you eat the sugar from the fruits versus, waffles, syrup, processed, candy bars, cookies, chips, right? So why are you waiting? I mean, 2025 is almost over. New year, new me. That never works. The resolution, there is no resolution because this is a 365 lifestyle. Cool. So this was just there in my system, wanting to let it out. It's almost 100 outside now. So on to the next topic for now. I'll definitely be walking later in the evening when the sun is done and out, and get my therapy vibes and maybe do more videos then. But until the next video, folks, I hope you found value, useful. This information is helping you, inspiring you, right? Now, the work needs to be done, so get to work. Have any questions? If you want a free consultation call with me, DM me on Instagram. We can hop on. I can quickly dissect and start getting you on track, sharing a blueprint, what I see in you. I see potential. That's what I see. Okay? Till the next video, Mamba out.